Okay, so let me see here. Okay. I'm trying to make sure I'm good. Yes, last week I was late. This week I want to be early. Okay. Okay, I don't know where my AirPods are. Okay. Just trying to make sure I could see myself. Everything looks good. Hey guys. Hey guys. Oh, hold on. There we go. It's better. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put my tablet right there for right now. All right, so just real fast, I wanted to come on and show you guys before I got on. Hi guys, say hello, hello, hello. This is what I made last week, and it has been amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love this. So after making the first prototype, I think that the next one I want to do is I want to have like a center seam that has the clear pocket like on both sides, so I can kind of like flip to see which side I'm working on, type of thing. Because some of these are really tight to get in there. Like one of the colors I had to split into two. This one here is so packed in there, and this one is too. And then there's some of them that are much smaller. So I was thinking that the next one I do, I have like compartments that are more like two of these. So like two rows that have like two of them, like big ones, and then the other ones just being the regular sizes. But it gives me a lot of options because believe it or not, this is 24 compartments and I have 27 colors. It was so weird. Ironic, I know. So that's the progress so far. Got lots to go, lots to go. Cross stitching takes a long time. Just little by little, little by little, little by little. So yeah, I like to do 15 to 30 minutes a day. Usually before bed. If I'm hanging around with the kids or something, or hubby upstairs and we're really not doing anything, then I'll do that. But this turned out perfectly right there. The only other thing I would do is put like a little strip of felt that I can put the needles in. Well, it's kind of like a needle book, but just enough to just put the needles in itself. But I think it turned out really, really well, guys. I love it. My mother-in-law has already requested one for herself, but she doesn't do cross stitch, but she does do seek and finds and Sudoku and like adult coloring books and stuff like that. So I was thinking, okay, I could probably, definitely make this into something like that. Okay, so it is now 6:30. Hi guys, say hello. Would love to see what you guys are saying. Let me see here. Try to make sure I can see all comments. Oh. Hi Molly. Okay, perfect. Okay. So I am making a travel safety thing for Luna. um, they have plenty of them for like medium-sized dogs, but or smaller dogs, but they didn't have anything for like a really big dog other than just like a piece of like fabric that just goes down over the chair, and that's about it. And I'm like, that's what is that supposed to do, really? She's as big as a human, you know. So, I'm totally doing this by the seat of my pants. So just bear with me because I am doing this completely like. Woo-hoo. All right, so I'm gonna bring over all the pieces that I have like kind of like quilted and stuff, and then I'll show you guys here in a second. Okay, so here are the pieces. I'm gonna put you right here so I can still see you guys, but okay. So these are all the quilted pieces. This bottom one is going to be the base. This is going to be the base, but this is going to be the base. But I didn't know how big I needed to cut actually down to until I do this, the sides and so on. So I'm doing that. I'm pretty much constructing it first and then cutting it down. So this is the back piece. This is the long back piece. And it's going to have, like I said, it's got waterproof canvas, and on the inside, the insert also is waterproof canvas. So that's the back flap piece. This is the front piece. These are the two side pieces. Right here, two side pieces, and then the base. So my idea is to make it so that it has like channeling almost around the bottom and at the top, so that way I can slip the seatbelt in and then also have it so it's not like right in our face, I think, so we can still safety put her in but not like choke her. Okay, let's put that over there for right now. It's going to be big, so I'm just going to put you guys up and down a little bit more so you guys can kind of see a little bit more of what I'm doing. Okay, so let's do that. There we go. Okay, good. Let me push you guys down a little bit. Oops. Sorry. Alrighty. So you guys can kind of see what's going on. Let me try to put on my do not disturb. I am live. Hello, guys. Sorry, I'm trying to do my whole do not disturb thing. No. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing and not be. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing and not be. There we go. Okay. Okay, so Luna's behind me, so she's like gonna be here like practically the whole time, I'm sure. So you guys will see her as well. So I am going to be having a special guest in about like 15 minutes. Let's see here. I don't know if I can. Hold on. Well, that's great, but I don't know if I can do it now that I've already started. but she's coming on. So I don't think she's going to go on live, but she's going to be in the chat. So you guys can have fun. All right. So I'm going to do, okay, so these are the side pieces. And like I said, I'm going to do like a channel type of situation with them. So I'm going to put this to the side for right now. What am I going to do? Where is my clippies? And I got pretty much most of my clips out of the trash. There were some of them I just could not recover, fortunately. Okay, so those are the side pieces. These are the back and front pieces. One of them is just slightly narrower than the other one. That's how I know which one's the front and the back. The back's slightly wider than the front. So that's how I know which one is which. Okay. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to work with these pieces first. Settings. Filter all messages. Okay, good. I wanted to be able to see all messages. Does someone just don't know what happened? Okay. Okay, so this one is the back, this is the front, and these are the sides. So, sides, back and front. Okay, so let me start with the front and side pieces, because that's where I'm going to need to have like the channel go through pretty much. And it's easier to start it this way with the non-direction than it is with the directional fabric. And I completely made this without any measurements or anything. I literally just drafted it up according to like other sized ones from like, so I'm going to make this just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Yes, I was so excited. So I just drafted this primarily from looking at other like small carriers, just looking at the dimensions online and stuff and just kind of doing some research. And then I decided, okay, so I'm going to need it to be this long and about this tall. And then we can go from there, which I did. Okay. This thing's going to be huge. That's all I can say. Huge. Ooh. I was going to go on live today with Tori, like as a dual live, and finish our dice game that we played a couple weeks ago. But I sent her a message yesterday, and I was like, "Hey, are we going to do our live?" And I didn't hear back from her, and I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, maybe she's busy, you know, so maybe she can't." And she just forgot to hit send on the message that said yes. And I was like, oh, so sorry. I was like, oopsie. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so this is essentially going to have two channels. It's going to have one channel that's going to be on the bottom and then one at the top. The one at the bottom is going to be kind of like the regular seatbelt situation. And then, but that's just on the back piece, not the front piece. And then the top one is going to have, the front is going to have a top one that I can thread through and hook onto the top of the headrests, so that way it stays up. So if she leans on it or whatever, it doesn't just flop down. That's the idea. That's the concept. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but that's the concept. Okay. So this, okay, so this is going to be from the front, and that's the sides. Okay. Yeah, I want that to be on the top. And there really isn't, like I said, there isn't really a direction on this just yet, but okay. Like so. Okay. I think I'm gonna flip it so that I can see where to put the channel. Because if I don't, I'm really gonna be like, wait a minute, where does it go? Okay, so I've got that. Okay, but then I need it to go to the sides too. Okay, it'll meet there, but then I need the side pieces. Side pieces. Yeah, perfect. Okay. They're not the same width, but that's okay. So I can make this one the same. All right, give me a quick second. I'm going to. Hi, Amber. How you doing? I'm going to go to my rotary cutter and just make this wide one be the same size as this one. How you doing, guys? I hope exciting. Good news, good news. Good, yep. I'm trying to make sure it's the same width, because it's not an actual measurement, like I said. It's more just like what was left over kind of thing. There we go. I'm back. Good to know, Amber. Good to know. Okay, so let me put this together. So this is the center. Okay, and I'm actually going to put these wrong sides together so that this plastic part shows up. So then that way I don't have to try to figure out like where is it that I'm threading it through, kind of thing. Yeah. Hello. Forgot the back stitch, so just went over it a couple. Just put it over it again. Okay. Okay. Oh yes, that's so much better. Good. So much better. I am so happy. I'm gonna put my tablet right here. Oops, sorry. So I can see comments as they come in. There we go. Okay. Good, good, good. And because this is going to be threaded through, I'm actually going to butterfly the seam and stitch it down on either side. It's really not for aesthetics, it's more for functionality. So when you're trying to thread something through and you have the seam kind of getting in the way, it can, kind of like when you're threading, you know, elastic through a waistband. If the waistband has a seam there, sometimes what happens, it'll get kind of stuck on that seam. And so that's what I'm trying to prevent from happening with this. I wound 2 bobbins to do all of the quilting that I did, because I quilted everything, because obviously I have to be extra. I quilted it, and it took like 4 bobbins to quilt it and do all that stuff. Okay, settings, all messages, good. All right, just making sure I can still see everybody. Awesome, this is great. Okay. So now here at the end, I'm also going to fold it back. Not once, but twice. Because this seam here is going to get a lot of stress over the hooky mechanism. And really, all I'm doing is getting seatbelt webbing and making the little snappy toggle things on the other side, the swivel hooks. Toggles. I can talk sometimes. And do the toggle so that it actually connects, and I can do a slide adjuster on it too. What size are your snips scissors, Sandra? So these little tiny things? I don't know. I think they're like 3 inches. Yeah, they look like they're about 3 inches, Amber. And I've had them forever. I've got a couple of pairs. I think I have several of the other ones in my little cubby. Ah, shoot. I remember I had someone reach out to me saying that they were able to check out on the website, and they sent me their order, and I totally forgot to process it. Okay. So sorry. Sorry, that just hit me. I've been having a lot on my plate lately. Okay, so it is 3.5 inches long, and then the little is 2 inches. Best way I can explain it. Yeah. So just like that. I love them. I like them because they're really sharp and they're pointy, but they're big enough that they're not so small. Like the ones that are bigger, I don't mind, but my hands are on the small side, so it makes it harder. Hello, bestie. Hi, Amanda. And my special guest is on. Amanda was so bestie. We've been up to some shenanigans lately. If you guys know, Amanda is so bestie on the chat. I know we can't get away too much, but we have been up to some shenanigans. That's all I can say. I've been dropping things here and there when I, whatchamacallit, just a couple things here and there, you know. Possibility of this. I'm inquiring about something type of thing on my, when I go and sneak on other people's lives. East Coast, Best Coast, West Coast, Best Coast. So East Coast, Beast Coast. Okay, Beast. Like Beauty and the Beast. Okay, so let's see here. I want to make sure. Yeah, like that. That's right, Amanda. That's so right. Okay. There. Okay. Like I said, this is not an exact science type of thing. Getting ready, new dates for Socation Show City. I know. Sun City Socation. Dates are dropping. And if she reached out to me before she went out to Alaska for the Alaska Socation cruise. And I was like, yeah, those dates are good with me. And this doesn't have to be perfect, but it's close. Can you tell us if we're going back to the same location? Are we going back to the same location, or are we going to a new location in Sun City? I really enjoyed the one that we went to this time. I talked it up to the point that I think even some of my non-sewing friends are like, yeah. I want to go just for the experience of that hotel, resort, whatever. It was a resort, actually, so. Yes, ma'am. You're headed back to South Point Hotel and Casino. And we have better room rates this year. Ooh, really? They weren't that bad last year. Ooh. South Point was really awesome. Okay, so I gotta talk this up because this is what I do. But so the South Point Casino Hotel, South Point Resort and Casino, or whatever, is amazing. It has everything. It's got a movie theater. It's got a bowling alley. It has a bingo hall. It has bars galore. Every type of restaurant cuisine you can think of. It's right there. You don't have to go anywhere. Anywhere. They even have Starbucks. Yeah. Definitely. It's amazing. Like, I gotta tell you, I had friends that don't even really sew, but I was telling them about it, and they were like, okay, when are we going? When are we going again? And I'm like, well, if we're doing it again at the same location, let's make it a party. A 24-hour Starbucks. Yes. You heard that right. 24-hour Starbucks. I was one of the crazies that was up like at 5 in the morning. Well, because East Coast time and West Coast time is different, obviously. So I was still on East Coast time, and I usually wake up at 7:30. So by 5 o'clock, I was up and out the door, grabbing myself some coffee. The caramel ribbon crunch, amazing. Oh, that's right. Okay, so we had on the first night of classes, I think it was the first night of classes. I can't remember because everything kind of like goes together because I was having so much fun. I can't remember, but there was the day that we had bowling. So we reserve like some bowling lanes depending on how many people sign up, right? And there's bowling, and the bowling alley has the best pizza. Best pizza. You can order it by the slice or by the pie, but they really do have the best pizza. After the meet and greet. That's right. Yeah, because after the meet and greet, I was a little tired. I know. I had some energy there for a little bit, and then I went down fast. Okay. So this is just the front and the sides. Front and sides. Okay. So front and sides done. Now I need to add the back. But on the back is one that I need to do the wider where the seat belt goes in. Yeah, it's so worth it. It was so worth it. Your husband's funny. It was funny because I was like, yeah, whiskey sour. And he's like, okay. And he comes back with 2 cups. I was like, what? It was fun. Okay. Oh, these were the side ones. I'm trying to think. I did that wrong. These were the side pieces, which were the same size as the other one before I cut it down. But because I didn't see these, it was just like, Alright, so let me think. In the back, seatbelt wise, depending on like which way the seatbelt goes, I think I'm going to have to just do one on one side and one on the other side so that don't worry about it. My mind is, I'm visualizing this as I'm doing it. I'm visualizing. I'm a visualizer. Okay. Yes. So much fun. Spanny, can we tell them anything about what we've been working on? I mean, we've been working on a lot, but I don't have too many people on today. Usually by like 7:30 or so, I have a lot more people usually. Not like crazy amounts like some people, but enough that I can say hi to everybody and chat away. We are working on something. I can't see because the heart's on in the way. Okay, should I use that one? Okay. Luna went to the groomers today, and she's so adorable. She's been like hanging out with me most of the day. What does it say? We're working on a lot. I know we are. We're working on a lot. We are working on a lot. Sorry, I couldn't say. I was like, I just want to say something, but okay. So, like that. I'm trying to think, like. So this is going to be too close to over here. So I'm going to cut some of this off and then make it, because I don't want it being all one piece. I want to be able to have it on either side. Hi, Shanova. How are you, my love? I think I was on a couple of days ago when you were on your captain's vlog. I loved the nail color. You had some really pretty nails. And you're talking about Wizardry Stitchery. Should ever said, everybody hit that like button. Everybody's like, pew, 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 pew. You could maybe hint that we might be a second Sewcation next year. Yeah, that's right. Yep, we're working hard on that. On another one. Dude, you have like that yellow orangey color. Oh my god, it looks so nice on her. You're watching Kendall pack your bags for Wizardry Stitchery retreat. That's awesome. My husband's amazing, but he would not know what to pack for me. He just would not know what to pack for me. He can do a lot of other things. He can make coffee. He can make sure he goes through his dad list, make sure I don't miss anything. But you're right there anyway, so you can see what he's doing. I know, one of these days I will be going to Wizardry Stitchery. One of these days. It's on my bucket list. On my bucket list. What did I do with it? I was like, what do I do with it? Yeah, Amanda, you should really try to get in it. It's like a, well, you already know what it is, but it's just really cool. Okay. Yeah, that's so, the Sack and Sew Expo in Sacramento, right? No, Shanova? I know the lady that was, that we were promoting it at Sewcation, the Sin City one. It sounded so fun. I just couldn't get the dates to work for me. Shanova, yes, super honored, super blessed, but you're also super talented, so I'm sure everybody else is also very blessed to have you as an instructor there. You bring a lot. You bring a lot to the table, so that makes a huge difference. Oh, Molly, you want to go to Moreno in 2027? Yeah, I know they've already released the dates for 26. I really have to check to see if I could make any of 26 work. Because I would love, 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 love to go. Lauren did a workshop at my studio like 4 years ago. And then Shanova did a few of them. Like, I think it was 2 of them. 2 of them at my studios too. And it was it was fun. It was definitely fun. For sure. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I'm on the right side. Okay. There. Oh, they're skipping 26? Oh, the summit. Okay, yeah, the summit is gonna, I think she said it's gonna be every other year. Yes. Well, the first one was 1 year, but then after that, which makes sense. Because for our family reunion, with my husband's side of the family, when we do family reunion, we do it every other year. Because every single year with a family reunion can be pretty, it could be a lot. And also being part of the planning committee, it's just the logistics of it is also a lot. And budgeting wise and all that stuff, that's all very important. So we have our family reunion in 26. So next year in June. So that's going to work out really well. Okay. So, sisters. Okay. All right. So we have the back. And then we have the front and the sides. Okay. This is at the top. This is at the bottom. So I'm going to turn this around like this. Ooh, that was so much fun. I know, right? I know. We definitely will have so much fun. Girl, people telling me, what's that? Hold on. Hold on. Girl, people be telling me. Sounds amazing to do Amanda too. Just wonderful things. Yes. Yes. Very, very, very cool. That's all I gotta say. I definitely got my sojo, my everything back after going to Socation. I was definitely in a dumpy kind of place until I went to teach at Socation, and then I was like, this is living! My God, this thing's gonna be huge. I think I overdid it. But Luna is also like almost 80 pounds. So there's that. Don't you start with me. There you go. It was starting with me, and I was like, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Okay. I started sewing off because I was reading. I was reading when I was sewing and I was going off. It's hilarious. Yeah, baby, what's going on? Okay. Yes. Doing lots. So Amanda and I did not plan this out, but we are actually both going on our vacation with our husbands almost the exact same week in September. We're not going to the same place, obviously, but it was still kind of funny when I was like, yeah, I'm going on a cruise with my husband in September. She's like, really? When? And I told her, and she's like, that's practically the same week I am. I was like, yeah. But I love cruising. Just 2 days difference. That's it. That's all it is. It's 2 days difference. Yep. And I think you're coming out of Los Angeles or the West Coast. And I'm coming out of Fort Lauderdale. That's right. You do the 17th. I leave the 19th. Yes. All right. So I did my notches for my centers just to make sure I have everything notched out. Okay, so that's there. So that's like the lining, and then this is going to be the exterior or the pretty part. Okay, this is the front. And oh no. Do you need to go outside, Luna? She's scratching at the mat. You need to go outside? Okay. Hold on, baby. Okay, go potty. I'll leave the door cracked open for her. Oh, I'll take it. She does need to go outside. Yeah, she does. She just like claws at the mat and just keeps clawing at the mat. She doesn't bark. Luna does not bark. So when she wants something, she usually gives us some type of visual clue. Okay. So this one is directional, so I have to really pay attention to my directions here. Okay. Doors open because she needs to go outside. Okay. Directional, flowers, boosters, everything's up. I've had this fabric forever. Now finally it's like, you know, I'm gonna do this because it's not too girly, you know, for Luna, but it's like girly enough. Hey, baby girl, you back? Okay.
I'm gonna take a shower.
I'm sorry?
I'm gonna take a shower.
Okay, baby. Alright, I close the door. Okay. She'll come bumping at the door when she wants to get back in. There goes. Okay, perfect. So we've got all of those. Okay, and then okay, so we have side, side. Thank you, Shanova. I like it too. I think it's pretty cool. It's like vintage. Yes, baby. Come on in. Hold on, sugar. She's bumping, but she can't get it open because I closed it all the way. Yes, babies. What is it? Okay. Hey. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay, so now you're back. Okay, well, come on. Hey, baby. Okay. Hi. Hey, babies. Hey, Gooners. Sorry, she wants to come in and out. Hi, babies. Hi. Hi. You saying hi? You saying hi? You guys can see her, right? She bumps my nose when she wants my attention. Where's your bunny? Where's your bunny? Ah, you found your bunny? Okay. No, you're not going back outside. I gotta hop off, gotta go and get to passengers. Oh, yeah. All right, ma'am. I'll be talking to you. I'm sure I'll be talking to you. We'll be talking to each other soon. Bye. What are you trying to get at, Venus? She's trying to get something. Okay. What are you getting, Luna? Are you playing with something? I'm so scared because sometimes she plays with like random things and sometimes she'll play like with like a critter from outside and I'm like, whoa, where'd it come from? She had it in her mouth or something. But no, she doesn't. She's good. She has this love-hate relationship with the squirrel out there. There's one particular squirrel that has like the rattiest tail ever. And I know which one it is because it's big and plump, but the tail is like all like wiry is what I really want to say. It's wiry and it's just not normal. Normally you think fluffy or whatever with tails, but no, this is like all wiry. And so I'm like, what is going on? Hey, don't bite that. No, ma'am. Okay. So that is that. Okay. I think this is gonna take up like 2 seats in a car. Hey, do you take up 2 seats in a car? Well, mommy, when I'm not sitting up, I do. Well, that's true. When you're sitting up like a person, you don't. But when you're laying down lounging, right? Yeah, that's a good girl. These are good girls. Okay. Okay. Um, okay, so now I've got to cut this thing down to match this. So let's see here. So this is the back. Okay. Okay. And the crazy thing is, none of my rulers are long enough to actually measure this out. Okay, so I know what I'm gonna do. Fold this in half, and then whatever this is, I'll fold that half and cut it. Now Lynn is right there. Okay. Oh, 18 inches on the fold. Yay. Okay. So 18 inches by 20. So 18 by 20 is what I want this piece to be. This piece needs to be 18 by 20. Oops. Stitch. Okay. I can't have Stitch falling down now. He's important. Okay, so 8. Okay. So 18 this way, 20 this way. I think I have enough to do both sides. Ugh. You have to come over here, guys. I'm so sorry. To get off camera again because my cutting table is over here off the side. 18 by 20. So 18 this way, 20 that way. Couldn't work out what it was going to be in my mind before sewing it together, so bear with me. 18. Okay, so 18. Right there. Okay, let me get a piece of chalk. I'm so sorry, guys. Hold on. I can probably pop you guys up to see at least what I'm doing. But it is a hot mess over here. Okay. And then 20. Yes. Okay. That's just my daughter laughing like a cackling witch. Okay. I did this right. Because if I cut this and it's not right, I'm gonna be so upset. I'm gonna cry. Okay. Okay. Everyone, good night, good night. You do have to get up early to catch a flight. Okay, so yes, this looks good now. Awesome. Yes, so pretty. Okay, so now I have to do the backing. Not the backing, but the bottom. I don't think this one's quite, nope. I don't think any of my waterproof canvas is technically large enough because I always cut mine to 18 inches and this is going to be 20 inches. So I think I'm just going to have just regular fabric. Yeah. Because even my rolls of vinyl. Good night, good night. Okay. I have more ripstop and stuff like that, but I don't want to use that. Okay, so I'll use this one because this one is not cut down. So I have to make a little like exterior interior type situation because I want to be able to insert the fluffy pocket pieces that can just get wiped down, and this can be machine washed. And then I'm putting in a zipper like to be able to put everything in. Still working it out, guys. Okay. Happy sewing. Have a wizardy good time. That's kind of corny, but I love it. This way. Okay, so now I need to just kind of like put everything together to see how much of the bottom I'm having to take off. Okay, so let's see this way. So this way. You know, I do have the measurement for this, but you know, why? Why? Why not just have fun with it, right? Okay, 18 by 20. Alright, let me go cut this. By 20. 18. Perfect. I'm cutting off the 18-inch right now, and then I can take off the 20 or 10. I don't know what's going on. Okay. So this right is 18. And then 20 this way. Okay. Gonna keep this doubled up so that way I can make it twice as secure at the bottom. Y'all do not know what this dog is doing to me. She's literally rolled over and is laying on top of my legs. Hi, baby. Okay. Sorry, guys. She's like over there, like rolled all over my legs. Okay, so this is the 18 by 20. This is going to get attached to this exterior piece, and I'm going to put a place for a zipper. Okay, so let me get my center points. Okay. Center point. Center point. Okay. Yes, baby, what you need? You trying to go upstairs with Daddy? Okay. All right, I'm going to let him know you're coming up. Go ahead. Hey, Sierra. Luna's coming up. Okay. She's like a little baby. Okay. So that's the top. And this is the bottom. So this being the bottom. Okay. This is the bottom, this is the bottom. There really isn't a pretty side, so you just kind of like... Okay. Okay, and then it'll turn. Okay, go this way. Let me make sure. Yes. All right, so now knowing that, I'm going to start stitching. Okay. I need to have just a little bit of a corner. Hello! Are you out helping a friend? Well, that's nice. It's always good to get out and help some friends. Okay. This is going to be very interesting. In about 2 minutes. Because I'm sure I'm probably going to run out of bobbin very soon. Because, you know, why not? Why wouldn't I run out of bobbin, right? It's kind of part of the course. Okay, so... So now we get to turn it this direction. There we go. This thing is massive. I know. It's massive, I tell you, it's massive. Okay, so if I do it like this, ha. So I'm making the X lining pieces, I guess. Of the travel dog bed thingy that I'm working on. And I'm going to end up putting the zipper on the exterior, which is the fancy stuff. I wanted this to be able to have at least a textured, so I could have it, what you call it? So I could have it wipeable. Now the bottom is going to have another piece on it because I want to make sure it's nice and comfy for her. So she's not just going to be sitting on the waterproof canvas portion of it. She's gonna get pampered. She's gonna have some of her blankies with her that she normally sleeps with. Okie. This thing's huge. I am concentrating so hard right now, guys. I really am trying. I'm trying so hard. I'm concentrating. Oh, and I just ran out of bobbin with like literally 2 inches to go. Oh, that's awesome. That's the best best time to run out of bobbin. Best time. So that means 2 bobbins for the exterior should be fine. I used up like 4 bobbins for the quilting and all the different pieces. So put this to the side because I don't want to mistakenly do something with that and knock it down. Sorry, I'm cleaning as I go, guys. Okay, that last little bit. Last little bit out. Okay. At least my ears don't hurt as much, which is good. Because last week they were like, woo! I still don't feel better, but they don't hurt as much. What? My nail came unthreaded. Grr. I'm almost done. Not really, but maybe. I'm done to the point where I'm almost done with the lining. And then I can do the exterior. Oh, come on. Give me a break. The thread kept looping around the foot. Okay, that's better. It's like, what is going on with this? Okay. This is the last seam for this portion. Then I gotta repeat the same process with the exterior. But with the exterior, I'm leaving a hole or a zipper compartment so I can take it on and off when I need to wash it. So that means like this whole piece plus the exterior can get washed. And then the insert pieces are all waterproof. So that all of the cottony, squishy parts don't get any kind of damage on them. Okay. That's done. I'm going to set that to the side. Yes. Okay. So now I get to do the same thing with the exterior. Okay. So this is the bottom. Yep. Alright, so that's a little bit longer there. And then that one's just a little bit longer there. So let me trim this up just a tiny bit. Just so that it matches. And actually, I don't even need to use my rotary cutter. Just gonna go like this and slowly take that little bit off. Okay. And then this one on this side. It's just where things shift just a tiny bit. See? Just a little bit. I'm gonna mark my centers. Mark my centers. Oh, that's not. Okay, that's the front. These are the sides. Okay. And then this is the front. Okay, so this is the back piece. This is the piece that goes up against the all right. Oh, goodness. I keep getting some type of a message or something coming through over here. The crazy part is I don't even really have any. What? Hold on. Okay, so I think I'm still on. I put it so it won't get notifications, hopefully. Because every so often it goes, She would have driven me crazy. I don't know about you. Okay. Alrighty. So now we're going to mark our centers of this. Centers of this. Da, 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 da. Centers like this. There we go. Okay. So if I'm not mistaken, the back zipper portion is where I want to put the back is where I want to put the zipper in. And I don't think this is going to be a long enough zipper for me. I think I need to really get a longer zipper. I was trying to get like a zipper that didn't have a separating thing to it. It's going to need to be this one. No problem. Okay, I'm going to need to use a number 5 zipper. Because I wanted it to be a little bit longer than this one just to make it easier to get the bits in and out. So, let me see here. And I'll show you guys how I do this. Okay. So how I do it is I'm going to essentially make zipper tabs Oh, it keeps coming out. Cricket. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch these two together. I'm going to sew. And that's going to, well, that one's, yeah, just going to. I know I have a little piece of something around here that I can just make a zipper tab out of that. To the side. Okay. Okay. Bam. Bob's your uncle. There we go. I got 2 of those. So I'm pretty much doing a zipper tab just like I would do with making like a zipper pouch. It doesn't have to be all crazy and pretty. It's going to literally be in that seam. No one's going to see it. It's purely for us not having our zipper come out. That's all it's for, really. It's for the zipper head not to pop out. And this is pretty much how I design patterns. I literally just wing things together, make lots of notes, take lots of pictures, and then if it turns out pretty well and I don't need to do too much adjustment, then I, go ahead and get it drafted up and stuff. But if not, if it's too much, then I'm like, nope, I'm scrapping it. But then I have that one prototype. Okay. Marking my centers so that I can put this on at once. Okay, so let me put this on the back side. So this is the front, this is the back, lining that up with my pretty side. That's a good size. It's not quite the entire length, but it's enough that I don't have to worry about squeezing everything in. Okay, so much for it not having notifications. I'm still having notifications, man. So now with this side, I'm attaching this part to that back piece, and then the remainder will get attached just like the rest of it did. The only difference is that this portion here of the zipper is going to only attach to there and nothing else, because that's what's going to be opening everything up. So here's the back. Here's the back. Okay. All right, so here is the back portion that needs to be with the zipper. Lining all this up. Okay. Oh goodness, seriously. I don't know how to stop the notifications from coming through. I'm technically on sleep mode, which means I shouldn't be getting any notifications, but it keeps coming by anyway. Grr. Okay. Okay. So now that the zipper is on, now I can go ahead and close up the entire bottom, and I don't have to worry about this being open or closed or anything, because that's where things are going to come in and out. It's still going to be fully lined. I think my husband's going to start taking a shower. Or is that my daughter? Oh, no, that's Sierra. She's got school tomorrow. That's going to be a big stress point right here where it opens and closes. So I really want to make sure I really backstitch right there. Grrr! Sorry, it's just very annoying to have it on what's considered sleep mode and it's still buzzing away. It's very annoying. Okay, and then get a stop. There. Okay. Go from that side to this side. Okay. That's very interesting. It's very interesting. to say the least. Okay. I'm gonna mark up my centers just so I can ease this in a little bit because it's not quite exactly the same. The top piece is just a little bit longer than the base. Oh, look at that base, no trouble. Okay. And that's totally okay because this is not a 3D object. I mean, it is a 3D object, should I say. It's not completely flat. So having a couple of little pinches here and there to give it some ease. There we go. Okay, all right. Oops. This thing is huge. I'm gonna have to lay it out and then have Luna like sit in it and take pictures of her in it. Because you guys are not going to get the full extent of this gloriousness just by me stitching her away here. Because I'm telling you, this thing is marvelous, darling. Now what we need to do is put pretty sides together. Sew along the top. And then this is going to be our turning hole. It's like a ginormous bag. It's like the biggest bag ever. Alright, so I'm turning the lining right side out. This is actually the exterior. Because this is where all of the seatbelt stuff is going to go through. Just thought of that. It's okay. Alright. Okay. So, pretty sense touching. Okay, so this is the back. And this is the back. And that's there. Perfect. I love it when a plan comes together. So now I'm doing all of my points. I'm probably going to have you guys like face out or just kind of like zoom out a little bit because this thing's so big you can't see everything that I'm doing. There's just no way to see everything on camera like that. And then I knew I had okay. Okay. Got a lot more clips right here. I'm going to put the bags inside of bags. Okay. I'm lining up the seams, and that's where I'm putting my clips primarily, and then going and clipping it more. Okay. Okay. Center points, side seams, side seams. Okay. This is literally the last stitch, and then after this, it's just putting in the cushions, the waterproof cushions that I made. And I'll show you guys what those look like here in a minute. And this is pretty much just like a glamorous, like, pillow cover. Just a really big one. Okay. I think we're good now. Any of the long bits need to have at least a couple of clips every so often, just so things don't shift too much. But the good thing is everything fits perfectly. All of the side seams are matching up. Everything's matching up really nicely. So now I'm excited. Okay. I'm going to do this little corner towards the end. Okay, so I'll take my clips, put them over there so I don't knock them over. Okay, actually I'm going to start with the side because it's the best thing to do. Alright guys, wish me luck. Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, that's a good thing that the camera's further away so you guys can't, like, get bumped by all this extra stuff here. If it gets knocked over, it's at least not by the trash. Because last time that was a bit traumatic. I was like, no. Don't go through the trash and get all my clips out. Luckily, it's just a scrap trash. I don't put food in it. Anytime I do have any type of like food trash, but I put it in the like the kitchen style one over there that actually has like a lid to it. And I try to take that out like so silly to make sure I don't have any little critters. It is your kids messaging mine. That's the time. It is. Is it your kids? Oh, no, I don't think my kids are messaging me because I have the other phone here, Patty, and it has what you call it? Let me see here. Yeah. So if I get messages and stuff, it'll pop up over here too. Not like text messages, but like messenger messages. And my kids pretty much text me on this phone over here. Because they know I'm on that phone on live. Ugh. Ooh, what a feat. Okay. And then hit it. Things baby. You got your baby. Did I just bump that? I think you guys just went somewhere else. Oopsies. Oh. There. Okay. I think I see you guys now. Can you see me? I see you. Okay. I think I'm like halfway done. Meeting a good friend of mine for breakfast tomorrow morning. Our kids start back up at swim next week. And I was like, woman, the entire summer went by and we didn't get to do anything, any kind of like just mom's night or mom's day or whatever. She's like, I know. So, we're gonna do breakfast. Ooh! My sister knows, text me. Okay. Boom. All right, let's turn this bad boy out and see what happens. See if I'm going to be having tears of joy or tears of sadness. Drum roll, please. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, Patty. Like, family is like the only thing that doesn't get like blocked out from here at the start. Is pretty much what you're saying. Oh, Stitch. Why are you doing that to me, Stitch? Alright, let me push these corners out. Gotta be right. It's gotta be right. Okay. Oh, you're exhausted tonight? You've been up for a while? Hey, stories. Okay. So I've got those little corners. Okay. Okay. Now I could have this be the outside and this be the inside, but then I would have to have some type of like hole or something that the thing goes in through there, which is not completely undoable, like not unheard of kind of thing. I think I can do that. Like I could just open up that side seam and then just like make a little pocket opening. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Ooh, this is so much fun. I'm knocking everything over. Okay. This thing is huge. Every time I finish a live and I go to my husband, I'm like, look what I made, look what I made. And he's always looking at me like scratching his head like, okay, what did you make? I'm sure he's going to be the same way with this one, like, okay. Okay, so I'm not going to get like all of it like completely up the way it needs to look, but I want to show you guys how I want to lay it all out. Okay, so this is going to be inside. This is the base, because you know it has to be soft. Okay, so that's the base. Okay. Okay, that's the base. This is this back piece right here. And I'll have to figure out how to like clip things or tack things so that they kind of stay where they need to stay. We'll figure that out here in a second because it needs to be removable. Because it can't be that it is permanent. Because I need to be able to take it out and wash as needed. I'm just going to clip this in place right there. I might need to do some type of like, ow. Okay. Stay up there. Maybe elastic around the bottom. Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. And so this goes in like so. I think what I'm going to need to do is like tack the corners. Like so the corners always end up being what they need to be, but I can still insert the pieces. Okay. That's the bottom, that's that. Okay. Front and two sides. So these are the two sides. And I have it so that it doesn't have the stuffing all the way up to the seam, so that I could do something like this where I could kind of like clip it in or something. Okay. See what I mean? That I have it so that it's like, and I can clip this up on that seam. And it might be that I have like some kind of like woven thingy that I kind of like shoelaces. Well, I have like little grommets and it just laces in through it. That might be a good solution. Kind of keeps it up where it needs to, so gravity doesn't pull on it too much. But then it keeps itself up. Okay. So there we go. Oh yes. Oh yes. Okay, and then now this is the front piece. So I need the front piece. I think I'm going to have to do some tacking of the different pieces. Not necessarily the squishy pieces, but the lining and exterior, just so that it kind of lays where it needs to lay. Oh, this is so awesome. Okay. Okay. Let's take this, push it into the corner. It's almost like a big sleeping bag for my pups. It's like a sleeping bag for my pups. Okay. Okay. There it is. A ginormous safety bed seat for an enormous dog. So this thing is huge. No lie. I think I could have gotten away with it being more of 28, maybe 24 inches long. I think the 20 inches wide is fine because of all of the cushy stuff that kind of like takes up some of this. So she could lay her head here. This is going to be propped up against the thingy, but that does remind me I do need to have something that kind of connects here, that can connect over there. So I do need to attach some type of D-ring or something, but I have to measure against the vehicle, like to put it against the van and stuff, the back seat of the van, because it's probably going to end up taking two seats of the back bench. But yeah, I think that'll be really cool. Almost like a double loop, like a double head loop type of thing, so you can go over it and it stays up. And it could still have the security of the seatbelt. And then this around here as well. And she always gets fastened in any as well to her harness. Because we don't like to drive with her. Well, I don't like to drive with her just kind of being loosey-goosey in the car. Because when she starts roaming around, I have a van, so she like roams around. Oh my goodness, this is so adorable, guys. Okay. This is adorable. Gonna do a little bit of tacking out. I'm gonna get these things out, do some tacking, do some top stitching, possibly add some D-rings in here. Or maybe just like a loop thingy with a slide adjuster onto it, so it could just kind of stay where it needs to. I don't know. We'll figure it out. This is so exciting. But it came out beautifully. You guys can see it. I mean, I think I can lay in here. Not for nothing, but I think I can. This is like a baby crib. Alright guys, when I get it in the car and everything and have Luna like lounging in it, I'll take pictures, put it on social media. I'll be sure to put it on my Instagram and my Facebook page. But I'm trying to do more on Instagram since it's a little bit more, I don't know, more people are on Instagram. And now you guys can kind of see how adorable she looks in it. Alright, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me while I made this amazing extra large dog travel safety bed. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.